what you want, when you want it, where you want it. This is The Mesh.
We'll try not to too much talk over each other, but again, we are girls and we are
agree to disagree.
Okay,
Moving on.
well, the makeup bottle. It's like a cracked out T-bird from Greece.
Yeah.
You know, she's got that black hair.
Hello, welcome back to Chick Chat. I say it every time. We take too long of breaks in between. Sorry about that. But life is busy. Things are crazy. And as you will see from today's episode, I'm just giving you guys a little spoiler. It's a really depressing show. I'm so sorry. Man, I'm so sorry. I had this vision a while back. Not a vision. I don't want to seem like I'm super deep or anything, but I just thought it'd be a really cool topic to talk about. And I've had it on my list. I keep a list of Chick Chat things that I want to talk about. I've had it on my list, had it planned for the show, and then I started adding in my little news tidbits that I just sort of throw in. Mm-hmm. And none of them were really good. And then now it's like the whole show's kind of like, wah, wah.
So I'm here for the downer show.
You are. And thank you out there on the internet for, if you're still listening after me telling you that the show's going to be pretty crappy. Thanks for listening. Again, you're listening to Chick Chat here on The Mesh. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Mary-Margaret, and I have my good buddy Janette here. Everyone's favorite co-host.
Yay.
We pretty much just need to add her to the website as the co-host of Chick Chat because we just have so much fun together. You know what I like to think about, though, on these shows that I know are going to be depressing, is that when I have you here, I know at some point we're going to sing.
We will.
And we will sing about something. It might be sad, but we're going to sing.
We're going to do it.
All right. So let's just get started because we're just going to, I don't want to dwell on all this stuff, but I got to talk about it because I was thinking about it. Entertainment stuff, yeah, it's all good and juicy and whatnot, but they are dramatic. It is drama filled. So it's never happy-go-lucky. You don't want to hear, I don't know, maybe you do. Maybe people want to hear the bad stories about celebrities.
Right.
Because they're celebrities and you're not.
And it's nice to know that bad things happen to those people too.
Right, to the people that are already swimming in money or something.
Yeah, they've got money and they've also got issues.
Right.
I mean, their issues may be different.
Agreed. Right. So that's why I think that's what we hear about so much, obviously. But, what fun would it be that's Kim Kardashian just won the lottery?
Why are you playing? Right? Then they'll get mad. Stop playing the lottery.
That's the thing. You probably shouldn't be allowed.
Once you hit a certain threshold of income, you can't. You have to show your bank statement to play the lottery.
I just don't think that there's a whole lot of good stuff that you're oh, yay, I'm so happy for them. They deserve it.
Except babies.
Babies
true. Are good.
Weddings. Although, unfortunately, when you're in that limelight, we don't see a lot of them last.
True.
I'm not saying that they couldn't, but it is unfortunate.
It is.
But weddings are a happy time in the beginning.
Yes.
So when they all start out. And you get to see their wedding dresses and stuff. But babies are a good call. Good call for babies. And, I am a firm believer in the awards that they receive.
Right.
Grammys,
Happy
Tonys,
for Leo to win
Oscars.
his first one.
Absolutely. The man has worked hard for a long time.
Right.
Starting out on Growing Pains and stuff like that. Yeah. And get himself an Oscar. I'm happy about stuff like that.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Him, dating models every day and those people getting to date him, not real happy with them. Don't really want to know about that.
Just makes my life seem
I know.
I know a model was in Teen Beat once.
Tiger Beat one
Tiger
day.
Beat.
Totally.
In the background.
I totally had
Just in a JCPenney catalog.
See, JCPenney. I was about to say, I knew somebody that did some Belk modeling one time. Well,
I don't think Leah's dating them.
No, because they're not foreign and a size -8.
And can spend a whole month on a yacht.
Right.
Who can do that?
I think the girl I know is actually working at Belk now.
Remember this?
That was me.
This shirt, I modeled this. I'll model it again for you.
Yes. I had a side ponytail at the time as well. All right, so I figured I could talk about something that we just always bring up at the first of usually every show, and this is not really sad or depressing, except for the fact that it's summertime now and there's really crap for TV on.
Yeah.
But what are you watching right now?
Oh, geez. I'm watching a lot of Netflix right
Yay,
now.
Netflixing. I love it.
Not a lot of other stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's something that I'm watching, but nothing that's like exciting.
And nothing that I kind of like lose sleep over if I'm not really seeing.
Right.
You are watching Bloodline?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. For those of you out there that are not watching Bloodline, I am sure we have talked about it before on the show, but I can't remember. But it is a Netflix original series. Mm-hmm. And it's dark.
Oh, yeah.
And it's creepy. And it's dark. I mean, that's really all I can describe about it. Murder mystery-ish. Drama, obviously.
I mean, there's really no mystery. It's just
true.
It's just family dysfunction at its finest.
Suspense. There is suspense.
There is
in
suspense as to you're sitting in your seat going, "What's going to happen
next?" Yeah. It is a true dysfunctional family. It is the opposite of Growing Pains or any of that. It is the complete opposite.
Yeah,
so,
I don't think you chuckle at all during the show.
No, I shudder a little bit sometimes.
Yeah.
And kind of feel really bad for them. I mean, stuff's bad, but it's a great show. Highly recommend anybody out there watching it. It does star Kyle. I don't remember his real name, but he played Coach on Friday Night Lights, the TV series.
Yes,
which loved him on that.
Love him on this.
Love him on this. Something about his voice. He's got some sort of drawl
to it
I
don't know
that
what
I
it is.
love. I don't know where he's from, and I don't care. I love it.
He might be from Maine.
I don't judge where he's from. Yeah, but he has some sort of accent drawl. And the way he speaks is just, and his eye, I mean, he's pretty mesmerizing when he's talking. And he was like that on Friday Night Lights. I think that's why he was loved so much in that role, is because he was so engaging with that speech. And, but this one, he cusses a lot more.
Yeah.
Way more. A
lot more.
There's a lot of cussing on it. That's the beauty of Netflix, right? Nobody cares what they say. All right, so I'm watching Bloodline as well. I know you and I both talked about this. We watched Jane the Virgin.
Yes.
Which is now on summer break.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I didn't miss anything, right? It's one of those shows I love to hate, really, because I get so frustrated with sometimes.
Well, it really is like our soap opera.
It's a straight up telenovela.
It is.
It is. And they make fun of telenovelas the whole time. This is on, what, CW?
The CW, yeah.
Yeah, so...
I mean, I love the show. It's funny. It's a funny show.
And it is quirky.
It is.
You have to have a little bit different sense of humor to kind of put up with some of the characters, because they're a little extreme.
Yeah.
But I like it.
Yes.
And they add that fake drama like a soap opera and stuff.
It draws
and
you in.
Fun.
You're like, oh.
Yeah. Yeah. So I do like that. That's on summer break. I watched Mistresses, which has just come back on for the summer. It only comes on in the summer, which is nice.
Right. Yeah. It's the summer series. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I didn't watch last season ever since Alyssa Milano's character left.
Aww.
I kind of just was like, oh, all right. I think it's weird. I just
agree.
think it's weird that her, well, spoiler alert.
Close your ears if you don't want to hear it.
Right. Her sister is hooking up with her ex-husband. I think that's strange.
Tis. And the episode that they just had this week, I don't remember what day this is, but the episode they had this week actually addresses that. Where everybody's kind of like, hey, listen.
It's really not as cool as
we've kind of wanted to tell you, this is weird that you're with Harry.
Yeah.
And they were all like, what? This is weird? And she's like, well, I mean, I guess I know it's kind of weird, but whatever.
Thanksgiving's going to be awkward.
Yeah. So they do address it a little bit right now, which is nice. But I do like where it has gone. Alyssa Milano's character was a little whiny for me.
Yeah.
But I like where it is now. And it's nice that it's only in the summertime.
Well, I missed last season, so I'll have to catch up on what happened last season and then...
Yeah. I mean, it's not a huge like plot line or anything.
Right.
So I could brief you in 30 minutes and be done. You wouldn't have to see last season. But still, it's a good one for your good summer. Stay up late evenings and watch it or something. I don't know.
I was watching Quantico. But that's over now, right?
Yes, it is.
I think I missed the last 2 episodes. I'll have to go back and watch those.
I was watching that as well. I like it. That's ABC. And yeah, that main character is a little,
woman?
a little too fake for me. Like sometimes she's like, oh no.
Like she's acting.
Yeah, she's totally acting in there. I mean, yes, she's acting, but you shouldn't show that you're acting.
Right.
Whatever. But that boy is just super cute on there to watch. He plays a former military that's turned FBI, and in real life, he's former military.
Did not know that.
Served in Afghanistan.
Look at that.
Came back.
It's believable.
Right. Came back and got discovered, and somebody's like, oh, you want to be on this show?
See,
and
who
he's
does
like,
that happen to? Who does that happen to?
See, it doesn't, and that's why this show is depressing. Because
I'm not just walking down the street and someone was like, hey, you know what?
You should be on this show.
You should be on TV. Mm-hmm. Like,
okay.
But why don't be like public television?
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Of course, everybody's told me this for
I'm
years.
the host of like the quiz shows for third graders.
Yes. And it's like those channels you get on basic cable, like
where they're always singing.
Right. Grit.
Yes.
Or the Grit channel, or something else I have that's like, I mean, they're only showing infomercials about those CDs.
Right. Yes.
4 CDs in one set for 3 easy payments of $9.99.
Or whatever network you have in your local station where it looks like someone just set up their home video camera.
Their cell phone.
And turned it on.
Yeah. And somebody's got a guitar and they're praying for you. Speaking of, we're here in Hickory, North Carolina, and sometimes our version of what public television may be is different than what yours is. I am a product of PBS, and I used to work for PBS. I love PBS. But that's real deal cable. We're talking about
real
people
public television.
Yeah, we're talking about people that are local channel.
Like the one that you have to actually press. You're not going to find it on your guide. Yes. You have to know the number of the channel. Yes. It doesn't accidentally pop up.
No. It's I could name names here in town, but I just shouldn't do it. So
let me tell you what I do love though.
Oh,
there's
please.
a channel. I live about an hour away.
Yes.
And you might have this in Hickory too. There's a channel that shows nothing but like school updates. So it's like for schools, Winston-Salem public school system. It just shows when the reunions are going to be.
No, don't have this.
Okay, well,
sounds
they
phenomenal.
play awesome 70s and 80s music. So I'll just turn it on and just
like
listen
you're
to
doing
music.
housekeeping or something. You're like, I'm cleaning house.
Like,
I'm gonna
bus 35 is going to be late today.
What?
Get your children to school on time, parents. While the Doobie Brothers sing in the background.
Sounds fabulous.
It's good to go to sleep to.
It's like there's a lot of these channels when you're in a hotel. Don't you feel like there's a gazillion of those channels?
I'm scared to push any button.
I know that you have to flip through. And the channels in hotels always take a really long time to get to the next channel.
And you're always pressing the button, so then you miss the channel. And you're like, crap, I pushed 66 instead of 6. Good times.
Good times. Moving on. We know what else I'm watching? Late night TV. I don't sleep very well. I think I've probably mentioned that on the show before. I don't sleep a lot. I do sleep. It's not like insomnia or anything, but I just don't require as much sleep, I think,
I'm the same.
than other people, right? My husband leaves for work very early a lot, and so he goes to bed. He's happy to go to bed as early as he can, get his sleep and stuff. And so sometimes there's a lot of times I'm just kind of sitting up. But you know what? That's my mommy time. That's me time. That's when I get to watch whatever I want, all these shows on TV. But do you watch carpool karaoke stuff for James Corden?
Yes, I love it. I saw the Broadway one.
Oh I
was singing along, and my husband's looking at me like, why do you know this?
I know, and I love it.
I
knew every word.
The Rent song, I was like, oh, I was
the same way when they played those first 2 notes of dun, dun, and it was like, oh, dun, 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 dun. I love carpool karaoke
Hilarious.
for the simple fact that I feel like I'm just like him when I get in the car and sing.
Oh, yeah.
I'm doing the motions. I'm trying to hit the harmonies and the high notes and like see if I can
harmonize
blend in,
yes.
you know? And he does it, and he's really good. He
is good.
I think he's really talented just on that. Now, you know, James Corden is he's a Tony Award winner. I mean, he started out.
He was in the movie Into the Woods. Is that what it was? Yeah.
And he's in the movie Begin Again. I don't know if you've seen that. Ooh, if you haven't seen that, that's on Netflix. You need to watch that. It's one of my favorites.
Okay.
Begin Again. Mark Ruffalo and Keira Knightley.
Okay.
Really good. Anyway, but he was in that movie too, and he had a theater start. So he's got a theater background. So I mean, he's got talent, but I think it was a little bit more acting than it was like musical theater. Anyway, but I think he's got a great voice, and he can really like hit some of those notes with people. I don't know.
I'm waiting for him to do Neil Patrick Harris. I think that would be awesome.
He was really close with the guy that was in it with him this time, Ferguson.
Yeah, Jesse Tyler Ferguson.
That was close.
Yeah.
It was close, which he's hilarious too.
I loved when they were doing
they were singing Les Mis, and he's like pushing Jane Krakowski away. If you haven't seen this episode of it or this clip of it, whether you like Broadway or not, you go, because they do sing a bit of Hamilton, which Lin-Manuel, whatever his last name is, he is the head guy and the writer and producer of Hamilton.
Is it Miranda? Lin-Manuel Miranda?
Miranda, that's it. Thank you. Lin-Manuel Miranda. He awesome is, he's in there, and he does a little bit of Hamilton, which I'm dying to see still. Everybody in the world is. Yeah. I'm sure it's later now, really. Yeah. They're nominated for like a record number of Tonys.
14.
16.
16.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
16 is record number of 16 Tony nominations, which airs this Sunday. I can't wait. I love the Tonys. Like, even on the shows Tonys, that I haven't seen or know.
I feel like I get to see a little bit of Broadway.
I get a little bit of culture.
Yeah.
Really. So I love that. And then they put in the car Audra McDonald, who's
love her,
amazing. I mean, she is like the most winningest Tony lady. Like, she's amazing. And she hits that high C at the end of the episode too, and about pass out. And then Jesse Tyler Ferguson gets in the car, and he's starring on something right now on Broadway. And then Jane Krakowski joins them as well. And she's been in Kinky Boots, and she's been in all kinds of things. Like, it was super fun. But they sing Rent, 525,000.
Yeah.
That one. Then they sing
Seasons of Love.
Yes, Seasons of Love. Thank you. They also sing from Jersey Boys.
I know what they sing.
You're just too good to be true. That one.
Yeah.
Frankie Valli. And then they sing Les Mis.
Yes.
And it's
One Day More.
It's phenomenal. It's like one of my favorites too.
Yeah.
To see anybody perform. Except when the movie they did with Anne Hathaway, and what are the guys in it? It was he's good looking. He played in.
Is it the Wolverine? Is that the guy who was in
Wolverine. Who's that?
Oh, what is his name? His name always escapes me because
Wolverine, and then the other guy is real serious one. What's the one? The guy that? Oh man, gosh, I was hoping
we that one guy.
Who's that guy? Why do we always do this? I'm gonna find.
Everyone's
out.
Screaming at it. It's so.
I know they're all screaming at their phone. I'm gonna find it out.
I know he's Australian.
Yes. Okay. Hugh Jackman.
Yes. I forget that name.
Russell Crowe. That's who it is.
Russell Crowe is in that.
Yeah, and he sings. And it makes me a little sad.
He thinks he can sing anyway.
Right. It makes me a little sad when he's in it.
Yeah.
Because I love that song so much from like the Broadway production, and then they put Russell Crowe singing it in the movie, and I was like, no, that's not really what I wanted to hear.
That's not right.
Whatever, though. It was fine. Anyway, I love that song.
Yes.
And they do a great job singing it on Carpool Karaoke, so I really recommend anybody go watch that because it's super fun. Yeah, that's all I kind of had listed for my really, happy...
That's the happy part?
Sort of. And surprisingly, not that happy. Talking about how awful Russell Crowe is, or how dark Bloodline is, Jane the Virgin, Oh, I watched Southern Charm too. You ever watch that? Oh my gosh, what a train
I always feel
wreck.
like I'll run into one of them if I'm in Charleston.
I don't want to. Like, Charleston's embarrassed. I don't know if you guys have watched Southern Charm. It's on Bravo. It follows a set of people in Charleston, South Carolina, which I will say I lived there for about 8 years. Lived, worked, was there when I was dating, engaged, married, and had a child there. Like, went through a lot of stages there. Was actually there while Thomas Ravenel was the, not Secretary of State, but the financial one, treasurer.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
And when he got removed out of office for the cocaine.
Nice.
For those of you that don't know, Thomas Ravenel is a very popular family name, a Ravenel family in Charleston. And it's big. They've all got really good reputations up until him. He actually got caught possession and selling cocaine while he was the state treasurer. I believe it was state treasurer. He was a treasurer position within the state.
He was selling it. Wow.
Yeah, and he actually made the quote, like, on television. He said, "I don't do cocaine. I just like the smell of it."
Oh.
Get it?
Okay.
How do you get cocaine in you?
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, so... Mr. Ravenel, you are a disgrace. I'm not a big fan of you, but I do enjoy watching your show because you are a hot mess, and I'm happy that
your friends are hot messes.
And I'm happy that I am not one of you. All my friends that still live in Charleston, pretty embarrassed by it. Don't really watch it that much, and they're not. I will watch it because I can see things places I've been, and see things that I've done and whatnot. And anyway. Again, makes my
rich
life
people who have no real job, except for Cameron. I like her.
Cameron has a good job.
They all have jobs, but ish. Well, there's one of them who's not really a main character, but JD, doesn't he own a business?
He does. He does, and yes, and that's why he's not a main character.
A lot of them live off of mommy and daddy's money.
Yes. What do they call it? Mailbox money.
Mailbox money. Yes.
Mailbox money, because it just shows up in the mailbox, and they live off of it. Oy. All right, so go check that out if you want like a good feeling of how good your life probably is, even though you don't have that type of money. Sad, depressing stuff. Since the last episode, we have lost Muhammad Ali and Prince.
Yes.
Really sad. I love Prince.
Yes.
Muhammad Ali, no matter what anybody says about his political beliefs and his all that stuff later in life or whatnot, I mean, he was inspirational, athletic, sports leader, has some of the most memorable quotes that everybody knows. He said them and had just such an attitude of winning and being the best.
Right. I mean, he had strong convictions. I mean, even when he never wavered from his beliefs.
Right.
Just to make a paycheck. So when they banned him from boxing for dodging the draft and all of that, he was like, okay, but it's not going to make me back down.
Not going to make me go in the draft. Right.
And I think people respected him more because of that, because it wasn't like, well, okay, now that that's on the table. He was like, all right.
Yeah. And, and nobody, I don't know that I've ever heard anybody say he was like cocky. He's the first person to say, like, I'm the best. I'm the best.
The prettiest. Yeah.
And nobody really ever
because he backed it up.
Him. Yeah.
Like if he was saying it and not backing up, then people would be like, you talk too much.
Yeah. But he was good. He was, a legend in that sense. And so, obviously he's been battling Parkinson's, for a really, it was Parkinson's, right? Yeah. For a really long time. And, so sad to see him go, but obviously, a lot of people have paid some really nice tributes to him. And then, of course, Prince. Yeah. Oy,
that was a shocker.
What a sad one. Sad one.
I think I've watched Purple Rain about 10 times, if not more.
Gosh, I know. And
his birthday was yesterday.
Yes, it was. His birthday, it was really, really sad because he still had a lot to give, I feel like. He was still very active in music, and he was performing a week up before he died. He was still writing songs. I think a lot of people, the one good thing that maybe has come out of somebody's death is that you learn a lot more about them and can appreciate a lot more. I think a lot of people realize, like, Prince did way more than just perform. Like, he actually wrote more songs than he was getting paid for himself for.
Yeah.
Sinead O'Connor songs and
Bangles,
a lot of these, a lot of the songs in the 80s and stuff, he was responsible for writing and being a part of. So he will be missed and his talent.
And apparently he has a vault with unreleased music. So it's going to be like Tupac. You're still going to hear music from if his family releases it.
Family drama. Every one of these. We went through this with Michael Jackson. It seems like we go through it. Can anybody just be happy with their family before they die?
Yeah. That's when you have that. See, that's one of those issues when you have a lot of money. And you're maybe one of the only people in your family who has it.
Yeah. And I just wish sometimes it was like, don't even tell us if you have that music in a vault. Don't even let us know.
Well, he didn't tell us.
No, I'm saying somebody. Yeah. Prince, don't tell us that. I just wish nobody would tell us so that then we wouldn't even know about it. Now we don't have to blame anybody for not getting it. You know?
But then if they didn't tell us and it was released like 2 years from now, they're like, see, no one ever saw his body. He's not really dead. He's on an island with Tupac.
True. He's with Tupac, Biggie.
Tupac and Biggie. They're making sweet music.
And Prince. Yes.
Michael Jackson, I think we know. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of pretty sure about that one. He's probably with Walt Disney. I kind of heard Walt Disney had stayed frozen right? for a while. Yeah. Let it go. Let it go.
That's where the movie Frozen came from.
He is Hans.
He's frozen.
Oh, rest in peace, Walt Disney. Okay, so also some drama that's been going on just around, and these are just things that I feel like on Chick Chat where we talk about usually girly things and what girly entertainment stuff. This is not entertainment things. These are dramatic things that have happened, but I feel like they are directed at women sometimes. So the whole gorilla thing.
Oh, yeah.
Good gravy. I get it. People love animals.
Right. But
people like going to the zoo.
But if that was your child.
But if this was your child.
Being drug around.
You're probably pretty lucky I didn't strangle the monkey myself.
Right. And I understand people saying, why didn't they use a tranquilizer? Do you know how long a tranquilizer takes to work on an animal that big?
Plus, the zoo people have responded saying it angers them.
Right.
And they were saying, even if this monkey, or gorilla, it's not a monkey, it's a gorilla.
Silverback gorilla.
Yes, but even if this gorilla was not going to do anything, which at the time he had not. We know that. He actually touched the child, was like pushing the child,
dragging him through the water.
Yes, that.
I think he slammed him at one point. I don't know if it was on purpose. But
I don't know if I saw that or not.
I don't know if he purposely slammed him while he was dragging him.
Oh, right.
He slammed into something.
Right. I know he was like, almost treating him like his own at one point, which... Hey, that's fine. It's a very protective.
This is a male silverback.
Exactly. Yes.
They are not known as nurturers.
Not a mother.
The females are known as the nurturers. The males are known as protectors.
Sure.
So this was something, while he hadn't killed it yet, no one knows how they act in the wild, if they keep their prey, if they keep them alive for a while and then play around with them. But even if he hadn't intentionally hurt this child, this is a 3-year-old boy.
Yeah.
Brittle bones.
That totally slipped away from the mom. And
I'm not at the zoo.
I tell you what, I hear so many people giving her a hard time for like, how can you lose your child at the zoo? I'm sorry. Have you ever been in a public place with a 3-year-old? And
especially if you have other children with you.
How fast does it take?
And had she had a harness on him, then it would be, oh my gosh, that mother has her child on a leash.
The kid's got a leash.
It's going to be something.
No, I know. How quick did your 3-year-old move? Because mine was pretty darn quick. I'm thinking about like going to Target. That kid's running through the aisles and I'm trying to get her. It's tough. And then you throw in like the excitement of being at the zoo and wanting to go here and do this and all, it's a kid and it happens sometimes that they get away from you, and you scramble around. And this just ended poorly. But my goodness, as a mother, I'm like,
yeah, you feel bad. I didn't want the gorilla to die, but I also didn't want my son in there with the
Exactly.
gorilla.
So I'm sorry, and...
Okay, I get keep a better eye on your kids, okay? Let's just
absolutely
say keep a better eye. But also, how is a 3-year-old able to get in there? What is the zoo doing? Every zoo that I haven't been to a lot, but the zoos that I have been to recently,
I don't know where they get in.
They're like in a enclosure, like glass enclosures.
Yeah. No, it's the same. I have no idea. I've never seen a zoo where you could probably actually
just climb over
how
there.
to get in. Yeah, I don't know how
this was
works.
like an open air. And mind you, this is Ohio, not Florida.
Where are you from?
I'm from Ohio.
Okay.
It gets pretty cold there.
I was wondering how they did that up there.
This is not going to be their natural habitat when it's cold.
Right.
And granted, the zoo's closed. I'm sure they're inside something.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why there's even, because the way I saw it on the news was, I've never been to the Cincinnati Zoo. I have been to the Columbus Zoo, never been to the Cincinnati one.
Okay.
And I don't remember how the Ohio gorillas are kept, the Columbus Zoo gorillas are kept. But in the Cincinnati Zoo, it was like, okay, the gorillas are down kind of in a valley.
Yeah.
And everyone is above them looking at them. But there's rocks and there's rails, but open rails, like almost just kind of like a fence.
Sure.
You and I probably could not get through it. A 3-year-old
possibly
did.
Okay.
Crawled through, got onto the rocks and slipped off of the rocks. So he was actually standing on top of one of the rocks in the enclosure.
Super curious kid that's just wanting to go and then do
fell.
It, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's something else to keep in mind. This child was injured when he landed. Yeah. So injured prey to a predator
looks yummy.
Right.
Right. No, I get it. It's a hard thing. Well, it's a hard thing to hear too. Even as a mom, it's still hard to hear that an animal was killed.
I'm not condoning. I'm sad that the gorilla was killed. But if it's a choice between a silverback gorilla and a 3-year-old boy, I'm on the side of the 3-year-old boy.
Peace out. Right, yes.
Whether he was wrong for climbing in or the mother was wrong for not keeping her eye open, you always side on the air on the side of the human.
Ones that could talk to you about it afterwards. Yes. Yeah, I'm hoping that this gives a good look to the zoo securities and stuff around the area, because I sure do love going to the zoo with my kids. My kids love it. We've been just a couple of times, but it's fun. It could be a really good learning experience too about animals and nature and things like that, but let's make it safe for everybody.
Right.
Horrible story all the way around. Yes.
I'm With the Band on the Mesh.tv features regional music acts discussing their craft and live performances. Subscribe to I'm With the Band on the Mesh.tv and swim around in the heads of your favorite regional musicians.
Other horrible story. See?
There's more.
Okay. I didn't even know if I was going to bring this up, but it's just got to be said. This whole Stanford swimmer guy.
Oh. No.
Is it just, okay. So, for those of you that are blind or deaf or have no social media, there is a boy named Brock Turner who is a swimmer at Stanford University.
Was.
Correction. Yes.
Was.
He raped a woman that was unconscious
outside on a lawn
near a dumpster
at a frat party.
Yes. I'm not sure any of those things sound acceptable. So Brock Turner was caught by 2 other guys who found him doing this.
Yes. In the act of.
To an unresponsive female.
And they called somebody.
And they pulled him off, tackled him.
Yes.
And called somebody and reported it immediately.
Immediately, yes.
And then also verbally gave their eyewitness account of it and stuff.
Yes.
Did not back down, didn't scare away, whatever. Totally caught this guy. So he gets, charged, taken in, sexual assault, all this stuff, right? The girl's got to give a statement. She's all, who knows what state she's in at this point. She was basically unconscious at the point.
And found out what had happened to her.
Right. And then, of course, reaped the physical I don't want to say benefits, but the pain or the trauma, if you will.
The trauma from it, yeah.
That they said was obvious. He goes to court, and the judge says, you're a really good swimmer. I'd really hate for this to tarnish your life. So I'm going to give you 6 months in jail to just learn your lesson. And you know what? If you've got good behavior like I know you will have, you will probably be out in 3 months. Boom. Done. Mm-hmm. No more possibility. Just done. Ensue outrage of women everywhere.
Well, and what his father said.
Yes.
Is even more.
The dad has basically claimed that he released a statement saying that his life has been altered by the accounts of the actions of his son, that his son does not even want to eat steak anymore.
It's not funny. It is so irritating. It's laughable.
That laughable that someone refers to why your son won't eat steak anymore is because he got charged with rape.
For 20 minutes of action.
He said surely 20 minutes of action should not...
all he got out of it was 20 minutes of action and should not,
That this is a 20-minute action that he should not pay 20 years for.
Right. 6 months is too long. Right. 6 months is way too long for his son.
20 minutes.
For 20 minutes of action.
The fact that he's now a sexual offender registered for the rest of his life is enough.
Yeah. Or it's too much. That's even too much.
Yeah. I mean, that's alters where he could live.
It's going to alter where he can live and work and
how he'd be able to interact with people and organizations.
Maybe your son should have thought about that.
Yeah.
Drunk or not.
Yeah. No. I saw somebody post a meme that says, what did she expect? She was drunk. It was like somebody's saying this. What did she expect? She was drunk. And then someone said, a hangover. She expected a hangover. Not to get raped.
So I sincerely hope that this family has no daughters in it.
Oh, my gosh.
And I feel for the mom. Because
we haven't seen or heard the mama.
Right. What lesson are you teaching your daughter in this instance? Any female in your family. Daughter, stepdaughter, granddaughter. It just is beyond me.
Yeah.
That you would think you had the right to do something like that.
It's not right.
Whether she said yes an hour ago, she's passed out now.
She can't say no right now is the thing. It's not, it is just not right. Men or women, this
right. If it happens to men,
yes.
Taking advantage of anybody.
Exactly. When they are not willing or able is wrong. And so, people out there need to know that there are, there are monsters that think this is okay.
It just goes back to that whole, the more money you have, the more privilege you have, the better off you are.
I mean, I don't want to stereotype, but his name is Brock Turner. When I heard the name, I almost saw his face before I saw his mugshot.
But,
and I just...
In this case, I blame, just like with the whole affluenza teen, who's just a complete other horror story.
Right.
3 or 4 families are living without somebody, but it's not his fault because he was too rich to know better.
Right.
But anyway, the fact that these judges sit on a bench and hand down verdicts and justify these things is just...
Well, they to say that because you're a really good swimmer and you have a bright future ahead of you... Oh, I'm sorry.
Did you ask her what her skills were?
Exactly. I'm sorry. That's unheard of. Just because he's going to is Stanford Ivy League? I mean, it's pretty...
It is.
It's Ivy.
Well, he was on track for the Olympics. Well, not anymore.
Sorry.
You can go swim at your community pool. No, you can't.
Actually,
you can't because there's children
in YMCA because you can't be that close by.
That's true.
Okay. So I hope you got one at home.
Just buy your own pool.
Hope you got one at home. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, his parents say, he's going to go around and educate people about alcohol awareness and stuff. No.
He's learning
you're
lesson.
Not, because you are not getting anywhere near.
No one's going to sit there and listen to you.
I'll tell you that right now.
You're not going to get near the kids. And who's going to listen to you say, look, I served a hard 3 to 6 months in prison.
What, prison's tough, guys.
I mean, I was in the county jail.
It's tough for 3 months. And, mine was only 20 minutes. That is ludicrous. It's ridiculous.
He has no message.
It's embarrassing.
He has no message.
He has nothing to share. He has no way of educating people because he has not received any punishment for this. He has not been reprimanded. I don't know if you knew, but that there was a meme that was going around that's just his picture, his Stanford University swimming picture. It's in a coat and tie, very nice looking, clean cut headshot, right? And someone has put, "My name is Brock Turner and I'm a rapist," on it. Okay. And then they just started sharing it. Okay. So people start sharing it.
Yeah.
Well, Facebook went in and deleted all of them. Well, people went off. People flipped out. And Facebook basically said that the first time that it was put up, they flagged it because they said that it was bullying. And so then, of course, Facebook caught some major hell for it. And they have now since redeemed themselves and brought all these memes back in full force. And so now that meme is going super, super mega wide. And it's just, again, you know, there's no other cause of rape other than a rapist.
If you do that's
what you're
are.
wearing,
yes.
What you say, what you dance like, what makeup you wear, how much alcohol you've had. There's no other cause of rape than a rapist.
Right.
And this is not right. And so I was fired up about it. And it's one of those times your female organs are just
especially when we're moms with daughters who are going to one day be in college themselves and away from us. High school, middle school, elementary school. Who knows? You want them to know it is not right.
Yep.
And nobody has the right to do anything to you, male, female,
doesn't
whatever.
Matter who. Yeah, adult, young, doesn't matter. It's embarrassing. It's truly embarrassing that we have judges and
I hope he loses his seat for this.
Oh gosh, I hope somebody goes after him too. You know, everybody's going after Brock, which they should. But now,
and the dad, I mean,
but the judge needs
just
a little
the fact
bit
that
of
a parent could justify this. Again, I'm a parent, and
you know what? Keep your mouth shut.
I would hope that I know for a fact I am not defending something of this nature.
No,
never.
No. It was proven he had eyewitnesses. This is not,
and he never denied it.
This is not speculation,
right?
You know,
other than she consented
when she was completely sober, because now she's not,
right.
And that means don't touch her. No, there's things that you're taught as a young girl and things you're taught as a young boy, and this needs to be obviously taught a little more, impressed upon all ages of children. So please, ladies listening out there, know that it is not right. Know that you should never be taken advantage of like that. And please, let's work to start in our own homes, raising our own children like this, and so that hopefully we don't have to talk about this.
Who was raised right? The two men who stopped him and called the police.
Absolutely, bravo to them. I want a meme of them.
Yes.
Gosh. What a depressing thing. Let me just go on here with one more little weird. This one I thought might lighten it up a little bit.
Okay.
Still kind of dark and troubled if you ask me, but each their own. Have you heard about the ABR?
No.
Okay. Well, it's obviously it's a community of people that are in an adult breastfeeding relationship.
What? What is that? What does that mean?
I wish I would have had a picture of your face just then, when it just you went from curiosity to, ew, yeah. So there is a community of people that are now adult breastfeeding.
Wait a minute. Okay, so this isn't like a wet nurse where you have somebody else breastfeed your child. These are like actual adult human beings who are breastfeeding from other adults. This isn't real.
Yes. Okay, well.
Is this like a fetish thing?
This is in Atlanta. Okay. There's a lady named Jennifer Mulford of Atlanta that is thrilled to be in an adult breastfeeding, or ABR, relationship with her boyfriend, Brad Leeson.
Oh, God. There's somebody for every. This proves that there's somebody for everyone.
That there's hope for people, right?
People.
It's okay.
Whatever your quirkiness is, just wait. Start your own group.
Yes.
They will come.
Make up your own abbreviation, because I'm sure that's what she did. She hasn't breastfed in like 20 years.
Okay, so how is this possible?
Because she was a parent. I mean, she is a parent.
Right.
But hasn't breastfed in like 19, 20 years, right? Right. So this is, I don't even know if I can like say it. All right. So in this article I read about it actually says, aim away from your computer or mobile device while you vomit. I mean, I'm just saying that you have to dry feed every 2 hours to start up milk production again. So essentially, you and I, who have not had children in a while, because our children are growing, right? Would just have to start dry feeding every 2 hours to get it to start up again.
No thanks.
Right? Okay. So it's designed, of course, to like fool your body into thinking that you're breastfeeding.
Is this a new weight loss technique? Or is this like...
I don't know.
What is wrong? Okay, so when Courtney Love did it with the guy from outside of Wendy's in New York,
right?
It was a problem. It was a problem.
Yeah. Did she actually have the acronym for it then? Was she in the club?
That was her problem.
See?
She didn't define it.
She could have told people she was in an actual ABR.
Is this an ABR?
Goodness gracious.
We're good. I will allow it.
This girl was so into having this relationship style that I'm sorry, this is just ridiculous. I have to read this verbatim. She was single when she stumbled across a website about ABR, and from there she was obsessed. Quote, when I read about the bond that breastfeeding could create between two people, I was envious. End quote. Quote, again, I've always enjoyed my breast being touched during sex more than anything else. So I knew I would enjoy it. Okay, see, there's the thing. Are you doing this for...
It's a fetish.
It's totally a fetish because now she's bringing sex into it.
Right.
Right?
This isn't for the nourishment of your boyfriend.
Right. It's not like those people that eat cat hair or whatever, or glass shards. Those are people that like believe that they have a fetish or whatever, but they do it because they want to. This one, she's wanting someone else to do something to her. She says, with this idea in her head, she began searching for men who would be open to the idea of adult breastfeeding, this unconventional lifestyle as it may be. Quote, when I read about the pure joy that it brought to others, I was desperate to seek out a partner to share this emotional bond with. You know what? I'm pretty sure she just needs to watch The Notebook with some friends or something. If you want an emotional bond with somebody, really?
I mean, is the breastfeeding necessary part of this?
Well, here's where it gets good. So, quote, I used dating sites and I put messages on ABR forums. They have forums. And even put out an advertisement on Craigslist.
Oh, that's safe.
Mm-hmm. She's like, but I came up empty on it. Quote, I started to think I'd never get to try it. So, eventually, however, she started discussing the idea with Brad, who was an old boyfriend from school. And then, hey, he was surprisingly game. I thought it was a perfect time for us to bring up adult breastfeeding and see if he'd be interested. We were talking and Brad told me, gosh, Brad. We were talking and Brad told me that he had a thing for big-breasted women and that size had always been a factor with relationships.
Did he mention anything about the milk?
That was the light that switched inside my head. I could tell from his voice that he was curious and excited.
But not about the milk.
No. What happens when the dry feeding time is over and milk actually does come? Does he drink it?
Ew.
Right? It's disgusting.
It is. Where did you even find this?
It says after he did his own research into ABR, he knew that he wanted to be more than just friends.
Oh, sure.
Sure, Brad.
Sure, Brad. You're in it for the milk.
I bet Brad just enjoys the dry feeding every 2 hours.
Can't you just pump?
At the moment I knew that I had a partner for life. Well, she can't have an emotional relationship with a pump.
People have emotional relationships with a lot of other things.
She says, we both wanted the same thing out of the relationship. That magical bond that only breastfeeding can achieve.
So every 2 hours.
Or
what are you doing your work?
Holding hands and date nights. I mean, that usually works too.
Netflix and chill.
Holy crap. It's ridiculous. I don't know.
I don't believe her. Who can do this every 2 hours?
Says that she had no milk to feed Brad with, so the couple need to induce lactation by dry feeding and pumping her breast every 2 hours. And then the article finished with, admit it, you want to go try this later.
Well, it's for dinner, lunch, and breakfast, I guess.
I mean, I guess it's saving you money, maybe?
Never have to create a menu.
I don't know.
Gosh. Does she have to stay away from the spicy stuff still?
Probably. Gives him heartburn. Oh, Atlanta. I'm so sorry that she's there. Y'all look it up.
Or is it just the two of them? Is it just the two of them, or they actually have friends who do this too?
They have forums. I mean, there's.
It could just be the two of them on there saying, "Hey."
I mean, that I'm sitting here looking this up on my computer right now, and the government's going to find me or something and be like,
"What's up with your ABR?
What were you doing? Looking here." I mean, it's just. I can't. I don't even know where to start with this. I don't even know where to start. Arbitration? What is that? Gosh, they're talking about all kinds of stuff. I don't know. Anyway, y'all go look it up for yourself if you want.
See, when you first said it, I imagined a bunch of moms sitting around breastfeeding other people's kids who couldn't breastfeed. I was like, ew.
No,
still ew. That's just like a wet nurse.
That you could probably find some sort of do-gooder in.
Yeah,
or something.
I mean, that happens. But I wasn't expecting two grown adults.
Has to be male-female, apparently, or a couple, two adults, like you said, that are looking to do it that involves a sexual pleasure as well.
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
I don't want to see any movies about this.
Someone freaking approaches me about this, I'm calling the law. Like, this is not acceptable to me. Anywho.
No reservations may be made.
No, thank you. My diner is closed.
It's closed. It's been closed. It's been shuttered.
Diner is closed. Hey, all right. To finish up on some maybe a little higher note, because I feel like I've been a Debbie Downer. I've got a really good this or that list for you. You ready?
Yes.
All right. Boxers or briefs?
Briefs. Oh no, boxers.
No,
boxers.
what? Oh my gosh.
Boxers.
But I like the boxer briefs.
Those are nice.
You know what I'm talking about? Okay, I like those better. But I'd have to go boxers instead of briefs if that was my only choice. Eggs or pancakes?
Eggs.
Me too. Yeah. Hot dogs or hamburgers?
Hot dogs.
I'm hamburgers. Pumpkin pie or apple pie?
Apple pie.
Apple all the way.
I knew you weren't going to choose the pumpkin.
I don't do pumpkin, please. Carrabba's or Olive Garden?
Carrabba's.
Me too. But gosh, that salad and soup and bread stuff there, it's kind of good at Olive Garden. I don't know. But Carrabba's gives your kids pizza dough to play with on the table. Do you know that?
No.
Yeah, if you go and you want your kid, instead of giving like crayons and a coloring thing or something, they'll bring out a little chunk of pizza dough and let the kids play with it on the table.
I'll have to ask for that next time.
Please do. Sweet or sour?
Sweet.
Sour for me. Books or Kindle?
Books.
Kindle for me. We're a little opposite on this one. I don't really have this one. Mashed potatoes or baked potatoes?
Baked potatoes.
Mashed potatoes. I do love a baked potato, but mashed potatoes are just yum, yum. Bowling or putt-putt?
Bowling.
Me too. Putt-putt, you got to be outside.
I know, it's all hot and sweaty. You're just irritated that people can't make it on like 13 tries. Just pick up the ball.
Pick up the ball. Take a 5. Go. And at the beach, it's like the worst when you're just waiting.
You're waiting.
And it's so
like
hot.
You start off like 4 or 5 holes behind somebody, and then you catch up to them, and you're like, oh.
I know. And my kids will always be like, I got it. And they like go and just throw it in the hole. And then they're like standing on top of the people in front of us. I'm like, oh, just back up. eBay or Amazon?
Amazon.
Me too. I do not do well with eBay. I can't figure it out.
I mean, either. I'm like, it confuses me. It's too much information.
I got to bid on something and then wait for it and all this. No. I want Amazon. I want it now. Just send it to me. Who's a good
person to bid from?
Somebody's got ratings and they're asking me like to score them. I'm like, I don't know you. Ice cream or frozen yogurt?
Frozen yogurt.
Me too. Taco Bell or McDonald's?
Neither, but I guess Taco Bell.
Taco Bell, totally.
Taco Bell, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Peanut butter or jelly?
Peanut butter.
Me too. Grammys or Oscars?
Ooh, Grammys.
I'm the Oscars. Call or text?
Text.
Please, me too.
Do not call me.
Don't call me if you expect me to answer.
I'm gonna be like, no. We're going to sound the phone like this. Well, so I got to go do a thing.
So what's up? What can I help you with? I mean, you can call me if there's an emergency, but that's
right. Please do. But if you want to chat, just text me.
Or if you just have a question. Right. If you just have a question, just text me because I'll give you yes or no answers.
Right.
And then we'll have to sit there and you don't have to hear me go, and
I can watch TV while we're doing it. Like if I have to listen to you and have to listen to me, I'm going to be like, hold on, I got to rewind. What did I
say? Curly hair or straight hair?
Curly.
Me too. Maybe because we're both super curly hair. Jello or pudding?
Pudding.
Yeah, I think I'm Jello. I'm Jello. I like Jello. Jello. All right, so that's all I got. It was kind of sad, kind of depressing, and I apologize for that. But sometimes life's hard.
It is.
It's hard being a girl. It's hard being a chick.
It is.
All right. Gosh,
we had to stand up for them.
That's right.
This was the stand up for
Somebody's
chicks episode.
Gonna do it. Was
for moms, for women, for
gorilla moms, for regular moms, for college student moms, everybody.
For breastfeeding adult moms.
Gosh, you know what? If she wants to do it, by God, do it, woman.
Do what you need to do.
You do it. Just don't tell me about it.
Right. Keep it to yourself.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening today to Chick Chat. Hopefully we will just have another one for you real soon, and maybe we'll have some really happy, funny topics.
We should.
We'll think of that soon. I'll get Janette back down here and go ahead and schedule another one. But thanks again for listening to Chick Chat here on The Mesh. We have lots of other episodes and all of our archived and lots of other shows too that you could find on our website, themesh.tv, or you can email us at info@themesh.tv if you have any questions or comments. And we have a voicemail line at 828-619-0048. Find us on Facebook if you want to follow along and or give us any suggestions. But until next time, please go out and do something non-depressing and non-sad. Watch something good on TV, snuggle with your kids a little tighter, and we will catch you on the flip side.
You've been listening to The Mesh, an online media network of shows and programs ranging from business to arts, sports to entertainment, music to community. All programs are available on the website as well as through iTunes and YouTube. Check us out online at themesh.tv. Discover other network shows and give us feedback on what you just heard.